What is the meaning for this? Means, so the country should neither encourage, so the country should not encourage one particular religion to follow. That is called as neither encourage. Suppose one country is encouraging to follow only one religion, means, so that is called as not neither, it is called as just either. So neither encourage nor discourage. The government should not discourage any one particular religion. So the government is example, suppose now BJP was there. Of course, most of the peoples will tell that BJP is a Hindu party. But though it was there, but it will not make all the people, it will not tell all the people to follow only one religion in the country. Okay, so it makes to look all the people equal in front of government. Though their religious peoples will be there. Suppose if you take the cabinet ministers, in the cabinet ministers, the Sikh people will be there, Christian people will be there, Muslim people will be there, Hindus also will be there. So all peoples will be there. But it never tells that only the one person should be there, one religion person should. So there is no particular condition like that. So based on their majority, if we have full majority is there, so they will keep that as a cabinet minister, like that. So though our country is a Hindu religious, and also the BJP is also a Hindu oriented country, Hindu oriented party, but it never involves in the religious matters. So involving means what? They must make some laws that they only this religion should be followed in the country, like that. So at that time there will be no secularism. So such kind of conditions were not there in our country. So that's why our country is called as a fully secularistic country. Not only the BJP, even the previous Congress also. So whatever the parties will come in the government, so they will not involve in the religious matters. Involve means what? Just not by talking, just by making some rules. Okay, they will not make separate rules. Okay, so all members are treated equally in front of government. Suppose one scheme is there, example, some scheme example, what is the scheme? Narega is there, MNREGA. This scheme was there. What is the meaning for this one? So Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. What is the meaning? So providing of some employment for poor peoples. How? In the villages mainly. So మనం తెలుగులో అంటాం కదా దీన్ని గ్రామీణ జాతీయ మహాత్మా గాంధీ గ్రామీణ జాతీయ ఉపాధి హామీ పథకం అంటాం. So in this scheme will not be provided for only particular religion. So it will be distributed equally to all the peoples in spite of religion. Okay, so that is called as, so example, Modi has given some schemes, so that schemes will not be distributed unequally based on religions. So all this will be distributed equally. Okay, so that's why our country is called as a secularistic country. Sir, you can tell that sir, BJP was a Hindu oriented country. Many people are telling that RSS is there, which is a Hindu group. It is supporting of RSS. But though they are the RSS and Hindu people, but they are not making any laws. Okay, in the parliament they can't make laws. So that is the full freedom given by our constitution. So every religion can serve. So every religion, and also one other definition is, so the people can follow any kind of religion they want, or they don't want to follow any religions also, nothing happens. If you want to follow any religion, so you can follow. So you can transfer to one religion to other religion. That is your full independence is there. Or if you don't want to follow any religion, so leave it there. That is also good. So like that. So that is, so the government involvement will not be there in the religious matters. Okay, so like that. So see here, this is about the secularism. Okay, so just to move forward. So from this one we can understand these different religions. So this is the temple. Okay, this is of course the church. Next, this is the also the church. Next, this is the Muslims. That is the mosque or masjid, like that. So we can see these different symbols. Okay, So just to move forward. Next, so yes, see here. Why is it important to separate religion from state? Just listen. Just now I said that separation of religion from the state. Separation of religion from the state. Here, the state meaning is nothing but not the state governments. It is country. So I said many times that in some cases in the constitution they are referring as a state, means not the state government, it is country, total country. Sometimes they will call as state, Indian state, like that. Okay, so if the Indian state is not accepting, so like that, or they accept the secularism, like that, so they will call sometimes as state in the times while talking with the foreign affairs. So here, why it is important to separate religion from the government? So see here, so we are telling that the government is completely separated from the state, so or from the country. So we are not the government. There is no rule that only the Hindus must form the central government, or there is no rule that only the Muslims must form the government or Christians must form the government. Like that, there is no rules. If we have majority in the country, so the majority will be checked by through elections. If we get election majority, then you can become whatever the post you want. That is like CM or PM, whatever the post you are going to contest. So you can follow that. Okay. So based on majority only, you are elected. Okay. And so there is no restriction that only the Muslims must have become the PM or only the Hindus must become the PM, no, or Christians. So there is no rule like that. So why it is important? Why it is important like that? Why means because our country is having number of religions. So number of religions are there. So to control this one, we should follow only one policy, that is secularism. So the government should be separated from the state. So if you are following one religion means, so other peoples, the minorities will be suffered. So minorities decisions are will be violated. So that's why the constitution was written in such a good manner that the country or the government should not interfere in the religious matters. Okay, it should be separated from the religion like other countries. So like other countries, India should not follow any one particular religion. Though majority peoples are Hindus, but there is no rule that only Hindus must form the government, like that. If you are Muslim or Christian or Sikh or whatever it may be, so if we have majority based on the following the rules and guidelines of this constitution, you may become the PM or CM or anything. Okay, so that's why it is important to follow the secularism, that is important to separate the religion from the state. Okay, so if you are following one particular religion, is what will happen? So example, if you are following only one particular religion, so other religions are affected, so that should be avoided. So one religion should not be given importance, so like that. So that's why there is no rules, they can't make laws on the religions. Okay, so just a religion is just only for the sake of a personal purpose, it is not for public purpose. That is your personal life, you can follow any religion or you cannot follow any religion. So that is the rules provided by our constitution. It was very flexible one. Okay, so next term, so this picture shows that what, so there are number of religions are there on the earth, but there is, though the religions are different, but the earth is one. Okay, that is the caption here. Though number of religions are there, different kinds of peoples, different cultures are following, different religions are following, but there our all earth is the single one. So that's why, though in India different religions are there, but our country, our nation is the single. So that's why, so there should be no encouragement of any one particular religion in the world, in India. Okay, that's why our country is called as a secularistic country, or secularism was there. So secularism is, if the government violates the secularism means, immediately we can question the government. Okay, so like that. So just we move forward. So next to see here, yes. So this is some of the caption pictures drawn by this. In our country, though we have religions are there, but we are maintaining some brotherhood. Okay, so we must maintain some brotherhood. Brotherhood means, so example, if you take this Bala Gangadhar Tilak, while the movement is going on, while this home rule movement and also Swaraj movement, okay, these two movements are going on. So at the time, Bala Gangadhar Tilak, he asked the people to, so why Lord Curzon was there. So Lord Curzon in the 1903, he has given call that they are going to divide the Bengal into two states. Okay, two states. Why they decided means here Hindus and Muslims are fighting each other. Okay, here that is Bengal region. So that's why they want to give separate state. But indirectly, the British intention is to divide the two states. Means always they will be going to fight, and they will forget about the fighting against the British rule. So that is called as divide and rule policy by the Britishers. So this was understood by our Indian national leaders. So indirectly, the Britishers want to divide the people based on religions by separating two states. If there is separation, is there means always fighting each other like that. So for that, Bala Gangadhar Tilak, what he said means he has given a call